Imagine a place where the sun almost always shines, where the sea sparkles a brilliant blue. This is Costa del Sol, Spain's famous sunshine coast. It's a stretch of coastline in the south, in a region called Andalusia. For years, people have been coming here from all over the world. They come for a break, for a bit of warmth, and for that special holiday feeling. The air here just feels different. It's relaxed, it's friendly, and it's full of promise. From the moment you arrive, you can feel your worries start to melt away. This isn't just a destination, it's a state of mind, a place where life slows down just enough for you to enjoy every single moment. The name itself, Costa del Sol, tells you everything you need to know. It means Coast of the Sun, and it really lives up to its name with over 320 sunny days a year. It's the kind of reliable sunshine that you can plan your holiday around. You can pack your summer clothes, your sunglasses, and your favorite book, knowing you'll get to use them. It's this constant brightness that gives the place its energy. It wakes you up in the morning and sends you to bed with a warm glow. The light here makes everything look more vibrant, from the whitewashed villages perched on hillsides to the colourful fishing boats bobbing in the harbours. It's a photographer's dream and a holidaymaker's paradise. This part of Spain has a long and interesting history. Before it became a hotspot for tourists, it was a string of small fishing villages. You can still see hints of this past everywhere you look. Old forts stand guard over the sea, and narrow, winding streets in the old towns tell stories of a time gone by. But today, that history mixes with a modern, lively vibe. You get the best of both worlds. You can spend your morning exploring an ancient Moorish castle, and your afternoon sipping a cool drink at a chic beach club. It's this blend of old and new that makes Costa del Sol so fascinating and keeps people coming back again and again. The atmosphere here is incredibly welcoming. It doesn't matter if you're traveling with your family, on a trip with your mates, or exploring on your own. There's something for everyone. Families love the safe sandy beaches and the water parks. Friends enjoy the buzzing nightlife and the endless activities. Solo travelers find it easy to meet new people or simply find a quiet spot to relax and recharge. The locals are used to visitors and are generally warm and helpful. It's a place that feels open and accessible, making it an easy and stress-free choice for a brilliant getaway, no matter who you are or what you're looking for. Let's be honest, the main reason most of us go on holiday is for the beaches. And Costa del Sol has some of the best in Europe. We're talking about miles and miles of golden sand. Some beaches are wide and bustling, lined with sunbeds and umbrellas, where you can hear the happy chatter of families and friends. These are the places you go to see and be seen, to play a game of paddleball or just lie back and soak up the sun. You can rent a sunbed for the day, order a cold drink from a beach bar, and just let the hours drift by. The sound of the waves is the perfect soundtrack to a day of doing absolutely nothing. But it's not all about the busy beaches. If you look a little harder, you can find quiet, hidden coves. These are the spots where you can escape the crowds. Tucked away between rocky cliffs, these little beaches feel like a secret discovery. Here, the water is often calmer and clearer, perfect for a peaceful swim or a bit of snorkeling. You can pack a picnic, find a shady spot under a pine tree, and feel like you have your own private piece of paradise. These secluded spots are where you can truly connect with the natural beauty of the coast and enjoy some proper peace and quiet, away from the hustle and bustle. The good life here isn't just about lying on the sand, it's about embracing the outdoor lifestyle. The sea is a massive playground. You can try your hand at all sorts of water sports. Maybe you fancy paddleboarding along the coast at sunset, feeling the gentle rhythm of the waves beneath your board. Or perhaps you're more of a thrill seeker and want to try jet skiing, bouncing over the waves with the wind in your hair. There are sailing schools, diving centres, and places to rent kayaks. Getting out on the water gives you a completely different perspective of the coastline and is a brilliant way to make some unforgettable memories. And of course, there are the chiringuitos. These are the wonderful beach bars and restaurants that are dotted all along the coast. They are the heart and soul of beach life in Costa del Sol. You can walk straight off the sand with salty hair and bare feet and sit down for a delicious lunch. They often serve fresh seafood, caught that very morning. The smell of grilled sardines, known as espetos, cooking over an open flame, is the signature scent of a Spanish summer. Enjoying a long, lazy lunch at a chiringuito with a glass of cold wine and your toes in the sand is one of the simplest and best pleasures the coast has to offer. When you think of Costa del Sol, you might think of Marbella. It's famous for a reason. It has this glamorous, high-end feel, especially around the marina of Puerto Banús. Here, you'll see giant yachts, fancy sports cars, and designer shops. It's a great place for people watching. But there's another side to Marbella too. If you wander away from the marina, you'll find the old town. It's a maze of narrow, cobbled streets, with beautiful squares filled with orange trees. The buildings are whitewashed and decorated with colourful flowers. It feels like a completely different world, calm and charming. It shows you that Marbella is more than just glitz. It has real Spanish character. Then there's Malaga, the main city of the region. A lot of people just fly into the airport and head straight for the resorts, but they are missing out. Malaga is a city that's buzzing with culture and history. It's the birthplace of the famous artist Pablo Picasso, and there's a fantastic museum dedicated to his work. You can also explore the Alcazaba, an incredible Moorish fortress that sits on a hill overlooking the city. The views from the top are amazing. Malaga also has a brilliant food scene, with a huge central market where you can try all sorts of local produce. It's a proper living Spanish city with a very cool, creative vibe. Beyond the big names, there are smaller towns that are just as lovely. Take Mijas Pueblo, for example. It's one of the famous white villages, or Pueblos Blancos, perched high up in the mountains. The views down to the coast are absolutely breathtaking. The village is known for its donkey taxis, which can take you on a tour of its pretty streets. It's a very traditional place, full of little craft shops and family-run tapas bars. Visiting a village like Mijas gives you a real taste of authentic Andalusian life, away from the busy coast. It feels like stepping back in time, and the peaceful atmosphere is a wonderful contrast to the livelier resorts down below. Another town worth a visit is Nerja, on the eastern end of the coast. Nerja is famous for its balcony of Europe, a stunning viewpoint on a cliff that juts out into the sea. The panoramic views are just incredible. The town has a lovely, relaxed feel, and some beautiful beaches tucked into coves below the cliffs. Nerja is also home to some amazing caves, the Cuevas de Nerja. These huge underground caverns are filled with incredible rock formations. It's a really impressive sight, and a great way to cool down on a hot day. Each town along the coast has its own unique personality, so it's well worth hiring a car, or using the local buses to do a bit of exploring. The food in Costa del Sol is a huge part of the holiday experience. It's all about fresh, simple, and delicious flavors. You have to try the local speciality, fried fish or pescado frito. It's a mix of different small fish, like anchovies and squid, lightly fried and served hot with a squeeze of lemon. It's perfect with a cold beer. And then there are the tapas. These are small plates of food that are perfect for sharing. You can try all sorts of things like gambas al pilpil, which are prawns in sizzling garlic and chili oil, Spanish omelette, or cured ham. Going for tapas is a really social way to eat, moving from bar to bar and trying a little something in each one. Local culture is very much alive here, especially when it comes to festivals or ferias. If you're lucky enough to be here during a local festival, you're in for a treat. Each town has its own annual fair, usually in the summer. These are week-long parties with music, dancing, and parades. The streets are filled with people in traditional flamenco dresses, and there are fairgrounds with rides and food stalls. The Feria de Malaga in August is one of the biggest and best. It's a fantastic explosion of colour and noise, and it's a brilliant way to see the Spanish love for a good celebration. It's a time when everyone, locals and tourists alike, comes together to have fun. For those who want to do more than just lie on the beach, there are endless activities. The region is full of world-class golf courses, which is why it's sometimes called the Costa del Golf. But if golf isn't your thing, you can go hiking in the mountains behind the coast. There are some amazing trails with incredible views. You can also visit a water park for a day of fun on the slides, or go to a theme park like Tivoli World. For something a bit different, you could even take a day trip to Gibraltar to see the famous rock and its monkeys, or even hop on a ferry to Morocco in North Africa for a completely different cultural experience. Ultimately, Costa del Sol is a place that makes you feel good. It's simple, really. The combination of the sun, the sea, the friendly people, and the relaxed pace of life is the perfect recipe for a happy holiday. It's a place where you can make your trip exactly what you want it to be. You can have an action-packed adventure, a chilled-out week of relaxation, or a bit of both. It's a destination that leaves you with a sun-kissed glow and a collection of wonderful memories. Whether it's the taste of your first espeto or the sight of a beautiful sunset over the Mediterranean, Costa del Sol has a special way of making every holiday feel truly special and unforgettable.